Empower Clinics is up a whopping 112% in the last 5 days. This is a company I held a while ago in my investment portfolio. I had 2,000 shares at 28 cents and I ended up selling it for approximately 36 cents. I had to sell it to raise some capital for some other investments. But I'm back in it now, and this time is for a good reason. A very good reason. Hello YouTube investors, my name is Ankit and welcome to Simply Investing. Today I'll be performing a stock analysis on Empower Clinics, trading under the ticker CBDT on Canadian Stock Exchange, and it is also available on OTC markets in the States, as well as the Frankfurt Stock Exchange in Europe. In this video, I'll be going over what the company does, the recent news surrounding the company, and my predictions on where the stock is headed. As always, if you find this video to be helpful, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. So let's get started. Empower Clinics is an integrated healthcare company that was incorporated in 2015 and is based out of Vancouver, Canada. They combine body and mind wellness for patients through its clinics, digital and telemedicine care, and medical diagnostics labs. They also focus on preventative, diagnostic, and treatment services. To gain an in-depth understanding, let's take a look at the company's investor presentation that was recently updated in February 2021. So here's the investor presentation that we have, and I'm just going to go over a few key points. This presentation is approximately 22 slides long, but I just want to highlight the more important areas for you. So Empower Clinics delivers healthcare to approximately 200,000 patients through its clinics, and they have quite this vision of an integrated healthcare experience for the patients that focuses on both prevention and the problems itself. So Empower Clinics really considers themselves to be a leader in this integrated healthcare space, and they do have an experienced leadership team, which I'm going to touch upon in the next couple of slides. With the introduction of the COVID-19 testing solutions, they are bringing innovation to the field of healthcare. They're also focusing on telemedicine, which is amazing at such times during the pandemic. And they're also really approaching the US market as well. Last but not least, they're having this very aggressive approach, which I do think is a huge plus because that's what other companies such as Well Health, CloudMD, and Teladoc seem to be doing. So this aggressive growth is really going to be to their benefit. So as we go on to the next couple of slides, we see that health and wellness and again, diagnostics and tech are really their focus. And especially in 2019 when they acquired Sun Valley Health, that was a big plus. Then they started adding some Canadian clinics in December 2020. And of course, the Kai Medical Laboratories that they acquired in October, it gave them a big boost, especially when you think about the whole US market and the COVID-19 testing solution space. So here it is, the acquisition of Kai Medical Labs. And again, Kai Medical Labs is the one that produced the PCR test, which was a saliva-based testing for COVID-19. And one big plus is the introduction of the partnership that they have with Loop Insights Incorporation, trading under the ticker MTRX, which again, I do have in my portfolio. And if you haven't looked into Loop Insights, I would really recommend that you look into it because this company I believe it's going to go really big. And right now it's trading at a very low price. So make sure you check out MTRX. Coming back to Empower Clinics, their partnership with Loop Insights is going to be really beneficial because as we're recovering from the pandemic, contact tracing is going to be a big thing. So whether it's with sports arenas, airports, or big American companies, I do see that Empower Clinics can really offer their services to other companies. So Kai Medical Labs does have a PCR test which was launched in Q4 of 2020. And again, they applied for the FDA approval and the Health Canada application. Now, Empower Clinics does have quite a big team. So if you look at their leadership team, it's spectacular. Pretty much any of their leadership executives have been a part of some other big company, whether it's been a company that was acquired by Empower Clinics themselves or a different company. So as we go through the list, the one name that should definitely pop out is Stephen McAuley. And you would know this because he's done a bunch of interviews on CNBC, BNN Bloomberg. He's really the face of this company. We do have CEO of Endurance Strategies Group and Dustin, who's the co-founder of Sun Valley Clinics. And we go into the next page, we do have Dr. Zimmerman and Dr. Rabinowitz, who are the co-founders of Momentum Health, which again, the Empower Clinics had partnered up with and acquired, co-founder of Sun Valley Clinics, and again, Yoshi Thaler, who is the founder and CEO of High Medical Labs. In terms of the revenues, they have grown their revenues. They've pretty much doubled their revenue, so from 1.09 million to 2.03 million, which is amazing. Their patient visits have also grown, as we can see with these numbers that have been presented to us. Again, if you look at the market cap, it does have a substantial market cap of 205 million. And it's at a good point because it's still low enough that if you do invest in this company and if it does boom, you'll be making a significant return. And again, if you're comparing this, we should really compare with CloudMD and Well Health Technologies because they're both Canadian companies that have gone down a similar path. Obviously, with CloudMD having a $500 million market cap and Well Health having a $1.4 billion market cap. And it's really trading at 25 times its trailing 12 months, which is of $8 million. And this is a positive sign because if you look at CloudMD, which is trading at 42x, or even Teladoc, which is trading 48x, this tells me that Empower Clinics, based on its similar competitors, it does have room to pretty much double. So here's a share capital structure. If you want to take a deeper look, by all means, go to the Empower Clinic website and download their investor presentation. But really, the one number I'm looking for is the market cap, which sits at $205 million. This, along with the recent news that we've had, is good enough to convince me to be investing into this stock. So speaking of the most recent news, on February 9th, Empower Clinics announced their partnership with Rexall Pharmacies to again have that more integrated healthcare experience for their patients. And this partnership is huge because, especially as a Canadian, if I were to drive down every 3 or 4 major intersections, I'll definitely be finding a Rexall pharmacy. In fact, from where I live, that's the closest pharmacy I have in my neighborhood. So that alone is pretty big. So the proactive clinics that Empower Clinics plans on establishing at the Rexall sites, they're going to have walk-in care physicians, telemedicine, virtual care, and even some allied healthcare services, including physio, massage, acupuncture, etc. So this partnership will not only boost up their revenue, but it will also provide some massive exposure. And the second news that I want to share was released the very next day on February 10th. And this was about Empower Clinics securing the MDEL status for the Kai Saliva COVID-19 PCR test. And this MDEL status, which stands for Medical Device Establishment License, is a huge plus. And even though I want to share quite a bit about it, it would be way better if Stephen McCauley himself shared it with you. So let's take a look at what he has to share.
Yeah, another big announcement from the company today regarding the Kai PCR saliva test. And you were given Medical Device Establishment License status. What does that mean exactly?
Well, what that means is under Health Canada policies, you must apply for a special license, which we refer to as the MDEL, the Medical Device License, to be able to import, distribute, and sell approved medical devices in Canada to Canadians. So although we have the Kai Medical Saliva Test Kit that is being sold in the United States right now, we had to get through those permissions with Health Canada and follow the guidelines. And so we submitted an application, I think approximately 3 weeks ago, it might be 4 weeks now. We received notification from Health Canada that the application was submitted, that they're processing it. However, there's no commitment from Health Canada on what their turnaround time would look like. Mm-hmm. So rather than wait in perpetuity, I felt that there was too much lost opportunity cost to waiting. So I decided to find a great partner who has an existing MDEL license that we could, frankly, piggyback on to be able to get fully approved as a company, have our device and medical device and test kit approved for sale and distribution in Canada, and then start shipping product.
Since Empower Clinics targets the same sector as Well Health Technologies and CloudMD, I plan on holding the stock for a similar time frame. Upon my thorough analysis, I do predict the shares of this company to be $1 or above in 3 to 6 months. And if the share price drops below 60 cents, I do plan on adding more shares to my portfolio. Well, thank you all for watching this video. If you found this video to be helpful, make sure to give it a like. Also hit subscribe and the bell button to be notified of the latest content on my channel. As always, feel free to share your insights on this stock, as well as any other recommendations that you may have in the comment box below. Thank you all, and I'll see you in the next one.